for our gnocchi.
Oh yeah, I can go.
Ready? Okay, so we have our potatoes that we riced with our carrots. So you can see the specks. Let's add 2 eggs now. Thank you, Korean whore. Can we get that thumbs up one more time? Perfect. Okay, now you just want to
Can I borrow her and clean my house? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sure. I don't know if there's Korean made outfits though. French made outfits.
She's just.
Maybe we can get a French made outfit made in Korea.
She's just a pair of hands, dude. All I need is to go.
Okay,
anyway,
so we're gonna mix that in, and as you can see, it's still very mushy. Now we're gonna take our flour, AP flour, nothing fancy, and we're going to sprinkle it in. Probably start off with about a cup. Yes, I know I didn't measure.
To thicken it?
Actually, to make our dough. Now just start folding it in slowly. You'll see it's going to start drying up. Our gnocchi dough. We're going to let that sit for a few minutes, uncovered, let it dry out just a little bit before we mix it once more, and then roll them out into the perfect little gnocchi shapes. Okay, right now we have our pan heating on medium heat with our clarified butter to get that nice and hot. Now we're going to take our carrots, add those in, saute these for about 2 minutes. You want them nice and soft. You don't want them al dente. You want them cooked all the way through. What we're actually going to do is season as we go. Try that again. What we're going to do is season as we go. A little tiny bit of salt, like less than a teaspoon, like an 1/8 teaspoon, just a little tiny pinch. Give that a quick little stir here. Right when they start to get a little bit of color, we're going to start adding our other ingredients, okay? Right now we have our mushrooms that we diced earlier. We have our onions that we sliced, our bell peppers, our sliced zucchini, and our diced zucchini, all ready to go. Unlike grilling or sauteing, you really want to continue to move the object, because to saute means actually to jump. And what you want to do is continue to move it around so that it does not burn. That's my goddamn wine.
Lush.
We take our sliced onions and throw those in. Ooh, listen to them sizzle. That's the sound you want. Give it a little shake. And once again, we're going to let these saute at a medium heat for about 2 minutes until they get some nice color. We've actually browned our butter a little bit, which is a good thing. It's going to give it a nice caramel kind of nutty flavor. Okay, now that our onions have gotten a nice color on them, we're going to take our zucchini and drop those in, our sliced zucchini, not our diced zucchini. Okay? And next we're actually also going to add half of our mushrooms. The mushrooms are going to absorb quite a bit of the liquid we already have in here. And that's how all the liquid has almost completely disappeared from the pan, because all of the mushrooms have basically absorbed every last bit of oil we have, which is not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing.
Bokbunja.
Bokbunja?
What that Korean said.
Bokbunja.
Bokbunja?
Yeah, Bokbunja.
Bokbunja?
Bokbunja.
Bokbunja.
Ja.
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 Mm.
Chi-chis? Okay.
Ja, I see.
Yes. Aha. Ja.
Ja, man.
Ja, man.
It's like
Ja, man.
Jamaican French.
Yes, what the fuck? Okay, now we're going to take our diced zucchini, back to cooking. We're going to take our diced zucchini and just toss that into the bowl. Take the other part of our mushrooms and put them in. These are raw. They're going in raw because it's going to add texture and flavor. Now we're going to take half of our diced red peppers. Put those in there. And then we're actually going to walk over here to the stove and take the rest of our diced peppers and drop them in here, like so.
Let's go on.
Ooh. Yes, can you hear that? That's called flavor. Bite-sized morsels. Morsels! And roll. We're not going to do the traditional rolling of the fork or the gnocchi spatula or gnocchi paddle, as you want to call it. So you're just going to take off nice little balls.
How big?
About the size of
How
balls.
big would I roll those balls?
About the size of men's balls.
I'm gonna do a lot of editing. Thanks,
Maybe
guys.
a little smaller.
No problem. You want them to be about a quarter size around. Roll, thusly, done. High heat. Get it nice and coated. Now we have our gnocchi and our pan hot. We're going to actually drop them directly in at medium-high heat. It's not going to sizzle immediately. Sizzle.
Yeah, that's right. Like how Jennifer used to.
Flip them over to the other side, get them golden brown, then we're going to toss them in with the rest of our vegetables. Tell me? Okay, now that they're starting to turn golden brown on one side, we're going to flip them and get them golden brown on the other side. I want to get them nice and crispy. They're going to take a few minutes to cook, but you got to wash them because otherwise they will burn quickly. There's a lot of starch and a lot of sugar in these things. Thank you. Okay, so now we have our sauteed veg. We're going to add into actually our raw veg. They're nice and hot. This part you have to do quickly, otherwise it's going to cool down too fast. Now all the butter that's still in there and our sauteed gnocchi, we're going to add them directly in. Oh yes, that is a beautiful sound. Set those down, and now we're going to take these and stir. Now that parsley we did earlier, we're going to drop it in. Seems like a lot. It's actually going to defuse rather quickly. We want a lot of parsley in this. I love parsley. It's a great herb. Okay. Take our plate, stir thoroughly. Get some of those nice veg in there. Now you can see there's no sauce for these gnocchi because they don't need it. It's mainly a roasted vegetable or sauteed vegetable and gnocchi. And there you are. You have pan-seared gnocchi with carrots, zucchini, roasted red peppers, and garlic and onions. Simple, to the point, and very bachelor.